All right, so this is a suggestion via a donation. The name of the song is Self-Care by the artist Mac Miller. Listen, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. The more that you like this content, the more that I know that you specifically would like to see more of this specific type of content, okay? Let's go and just jump into this immediately. So we have the lyrics pulled up just in case we need them. Now, when it comes to Mac Miller, I know that Mac Miller was with Ariana Grande. I think that's the extent of my knowledge, honestly. I mean, there's no song that I can think of that Mac Miller has created, that I know about, at least, right? So this is definitely the first introduction to him, yes? Let's check this out, guys. All right, he seems to be in a pine box with nails, so he's in a coffin. It's like he somehow woke up in the coffin.
I switched to time zone, but what do I know? Spending nights hitchhiking, where will I go? I could fly home with my eyes closed, but it get kinda hard to see, there's no surprise though. And you can find me, I ain't hiding. I don't move my feet when I be gliding. I just slide in, and then I roll up. Yeah.
All right, as of right now, it feels like a solid groove, right? Definitely doesn't feel like it's about to be super punchline or bar heavy, but that's fine, right? Obviously, there are multiple genres within the gigantic genre of hip hop, right? So this has its place, obviously. All right, let's continue. See where this goes.
Yeah, well, climbing over that wall. I remember, yes, I remember, yes, I remember it all. Swear the hype be too tall, so like September I fall down below. Now I know that the medicine be on call, yeah.
How did he light that cigarette in a pine box that's sealed? Oxygen would be an issue. So lighting the fire would definitely be an issue.
I fall down below. Now I know that the medicine be on call.
Well, I guess it depends on how long he's actually been in that pine box, yes? Let's get it.
Yeah, so like September I fall down below. Now I know that the medicine be on call, yeah. When it's feeling like you hot enough to melt, yeah. Can't trust no one, can't even trust yourself, yeah.
You trust yourself?
You, I don't love nobody else, yeah. Tell them they can take that bullshit elsewhere. Self-care, I'm treating me right.
I'm treating me right, all right. All right, listen, as of right now, you know, as the song is basically building, it's starting to, well, the message of the song itself is starting to display itself. No complaints, right? Obviously, when it comes to positive messages, we're here at all times to encounter that. So no complaints there at all. Now, it seems to be about, what I'm getting here, he says something about a wall, climbing over the wall. The wall, in a sense, could be some type of barrier that is, you know, preventing him from succeeding. So I have no idea. I don't really know his story, but I'm sure we'll figure this out by the end of it, though, guys. All right, let's continue.
Hell yeah, we're gonna be all right. Gonna be all right.
Guys, is that Jid? It sounds like Jid, guys. But he's not featured, so I don't know. Or is that Mac Miller singing like Jid, guys?
What do I know? Spending nights hitchhiking, where will I go? I could fly home with my eyes closed, but it get kinda hard to see, there's no surprise though. And you can find me, I ain't hiding. I don't move my feet when I be gliding. I just slide in, and then I roll up. Yeah, I be reading them signs. I be losing my mind. Yeah, get the fuck out the way. Must be this how to play. It must be nice up above the lights and what a lovely life that I made. Yeah, I know that feeling like it's in my family tree. Yeah, that Mercedes.
Hold on, guys. I know the feeling like it's in my family tree. whatever he's talking about, he thinks is hereditary. And normally things that, when people say something is hereditary, it normally really isn't. But, well, kind of. Because, for example, just because your parents, right, let's say are alcoholics, and they have like 3 children, right, 2 of them can potentially grow up to be alcoholics. And let's say one of them decides in life, right, they don't want to do that, right? So that's kind of the point I'm making here. Like, when it comes to things that people say when things are hereditary, they're not really hereditary, guys. I understand that, like, growing up in this like a specific way kind of molds you to do this, right? But you have the choice, and so did the other person, the other child that decided not to be the alcoholic. You get what I mean here? So, like, all right, that's kind of my thing when it comes to when people say that things are hereditary. Like, for example, my mother has diabetes. She doesn't, but let's say my mother had diabetes. Her raising me a very specific way, how she was raised to basically end up, getting diabetes, right? I'm gonna live that same life, if that makes any sense, right? Like, I'm gonna follow the trends of how I was raised, but you do have the choice, right? So it's not really hereditary, guys. You do have that choice. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, I know that feeling like it's in my family tree, yeah. That Mercedes drove me crazy, I was speeding. Somebody save me from myself, yeah. Tell them they can take that bullshit elsewhere. Self-care, we gonna be good. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it's probably more so drugs than alcohol, just based off of the transparent nature of his teeth. All right, I'm going to guess that it's drugs.
Elsewhere, self-care, we gonna be good. Hell yeah, they letting me.
Oh, a 1-inch punch.
I switched to time zone, but what do I know? Spending nights hitchhiking, where will I go? I could fly home with my eyes closed, but it get kinda hard to see, there's no surprise though. And you can find me, I ain't hiding. I don't move my feet when I be gliding. I just slide in, and then I roll out.
Normally, whenever I've encountered anything like in the performance art space, right? When you see something coming out of the dirt, generally, it normally means like a rebirth, or they're letting go of their past, they're shedding their past. It seems like this is him self-carrying himself in a sense, right? I'm gonna go ahead and guess that him being in the coffin obviously was him being heavily sedated, let's say, right, with narcotics, potentially, right? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from the song so far, guys. And now him coming out of the dirt obviously is going to mean him being reborn into something else. He's shedding his past, guys. All right, let's get it.
It's no surprise though, and you can find me. I ain't hiding. I don't move my feet when I be gliding. I just slide in, and then I roll out. I didn't know.
And this beat that changed here definitely feels different. It feels more jovial, somewhat. Well, kind of jovial, right? It doesn't feel as depressing as the other beat did, right? Maybe hopeful is probably the proper word here, guys. It feels hopeful. Yeah, it's kind of what I feel here, guys.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. Yeah. Well, didn't know what I was missing. Now I see a little different. I was thinking too much.
I didn't know what I was missing, and now I see a little different. This definitely has to be the concept of the narcotic abuse, right? He didn't know what he was missing because he was intoxicated, right? And now I see a little different. That's maybe him being sober. He's seeing life for the first time, coming out of the darkness that was digging his way out of, yes, the darkness that was his pine box that he was putting himself into.
Got stuck in oblivion, yeah, yeah. Oblivion, yeah.
Got stuck in oblivion.
Oblivion, yeah, yeah.
All right.
I got all the time in the world, so for now I'm just chilling.
Respect.
Plus I know it's a beautiful feeling. In oblivion, yeah, yeah. Oblivion, yeah, yeah. Oblivion, yeah, yeah.
Solid, super solid, guys.
Yeah, okay, I ride around my city when I come home. Yeah. The sunset quickly, then get up slow. Yeah. I just connect and upload. Watch.
I disconnect and upload. I think he's talking about being intoxicated again, guys. Hold on. I disconnect and upload. Huh. Interesting.
Just spin around.
Watch it spin around. We're just spinning around. I don't think he's sober.
We just spin around.
Maybe this is about the concept of like, guys, he did escape, right? He did escape. But now, immediately, he went right back. He relapsed in a sense, yes? He escaped. He tried to kind of, change his life in a sense during that rebirth stage, right? And then, I don't think, it didn't last long enough, guys. Right? This is a concept of addiction. Addiction is a disease. Once you are plagued with it, it never leaves you, right? This is a sad song, right? I mean, it was super hopeful for a moment, and now it's just depressing again, even though it's jovial. He has hope. He has hope. But, guys, lyrically, it's just sad again.
Upload, watch it spin around. We just spin it around.
Explosions everywhere. So he's like maybe he's saying that he is self-destructing. He knows that he is harming himself. He knows it.
Tell me, are you really down? Are you really down? Yeah. Let's go back to my crib and play some 45s. It's safe in here, I know there's still a war outside. Spend our nights all liquored up on morning side. Can you feel it now? Oblivion, yeah, yeah. Oblivion, yeah, 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 yeah. Oblivion, yeah, yeah. I got all the time in the world, so for now I'm just chilling. Cause I know it's a beautiful feeling. In oblivion, yeah, yeah. Oblivion, yeah, yeah. Oblivion, yeah,
Yeah, definitely. It's a beautiful piece of art, right? Like the entire package is great, and it's interesting because when we first encountered the song, me personally, in the first 20 seconds, I was almost ready to dismiss it mentally, right? And just listen to it and and describe it in ways that I could, right? Just talk about the good things I've encountered while listening to it. But now at the end of the song is different, right? Because it definitely feels like a super hopeful thing, but also depressing. It's just humanity, I would say. If you are afflicted by drug addiction, right? This is your life, right? You know that you're destructing. You know that you are in a you're doing self-destructive behavior, right? You know that. You start out in the beginning, in this super dark place, guys, trying to escape. Then at the end, you escape. You try to fix everything, right? You dig your way out of the dirt in a sense, right? Just to get sucked back in, right? Because it is a literal disease, right? I absolutely hate when people say, people that are addicted to some type of narcotics are throwaway humans. There's no such thing as a throwaway human being, guys. There's no such thing. This is an incredibly sad case, it feels. But all right, listen, I'm definitely now thoroughly invested in here and wanting to hear more. So just literally let me know in the comments and let me know what I should be listening to from him. And I'll get into that as soon as I possibly can. All right? Listen, you guys all have an amazing day. Enjoy it thoroughly.